During the Civil War, freedom seekers traveling the Underground Railroad knew to hop off in Oberlin for a safe welcome. Liz Schultz has come aboard to take us on a walk back in time. Liz is the tour and education coordinator for the Oberlin Heritage Center. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, what made Oberlin unique from other places when it comes to the Underground Railroad?
Many towns you might hear about certain houses or certain agents, but really Oberlin was the station. The entire town was involved in the abolitionist movement. And that kind of gave the town a reputation in some ways. If students were going south, they may not say they went to Oberlin College, but it also had a reputation of free African Americans and enslaved African Americans kind of knew they might find haven in Oberlin.
How did the African American middle class develop when slavery was still the norm?
Oberlin kind of had different roots. It was founded by two ministers in 1833, and right away it was different because women could attend college there. And then in 1835, some students said they would only join if African Americans could go to the college as well. So it was a close vote, and then in 1835, Oberlin became the first college to accept students regardless of race or gender. So that attracted many different people who supported those ideas, including free African Americans who either wanted to be educated or have their children be educated.
So Oberlin had this great egalitarian spirit, but slave catchers, people, you know, running after the slaves to catch them and bring them back, you know, they had the law on their side. So how did the townspeople of Oberlin protect freedom seekers?
Yes, the fugitive slave law was active, which meant that anyone helping someone escape from slavery could spend time in jail and have to pay a fine. But Oberlinians who were involved in this really felt that they were following a higher law. So it could go a whole spectrum. Some people maybe just left food out or would know people might be sleeping in their barn. Others might help them in wagons or boats make their way north to Canada. And then you have vigilance committees. They would carefully watch anyone coming into town to, in case they might be slave catchers. So imagine yourself walking around and you have 20, 30 people following after you. You won't be able to do anything. And then at the extreme, you have people who, in 1858, about 200 or 300 people actually mobbed together to help John Price escape from slave catchers. So they were active at all levels. It's
an amazing history. Has that shaped the way Oberlin is today?
I think some of those ideals have carried through to today. People are still very interested in civil rights and social justice, environmental sustainability, and also Oberlin is a sanctuary town, so authorities aren't supposed to really ask unnecessary questions about immigration status.
While we've gone through the history a bit, we've walked through it, if we make a trip to Oberlin, can we retrace the steps of the slaves that came through?
We do have a history walk about this topic. It's called Freedom's Friends, and it's every Saturday in August and September. And it's a little less than a mile, so you don't have to go the whole route. And it's about an hour and a half. And we don't really show hiding places. Many buildings from that time period are gone. But also, that's not really how Oberlin worked. Oberlin was more about people blending into the community.
Well, it's fascinating history. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can visit the past just by taking a walk in the present. My thanks to Liz Schultz for freely sharing Oberlin's role in creating freedom for all.
Find out more by calling the Oberlin Heritage Center at 440-774-1700 or visit their website, www.oberlinheritage.org. Next, a prescription to protect Medicare.